America, a tapestry woven with celebration and spectacle. From ancient harvest rites to modern gatherings of spirit and fire, festivals pulse through the nation's veins. They are moments of shared joy, release, and unity, where the mundane world gives way to the extraordinary. But beneath the vibrant facade, some festivals harbor deeper secrets. Moments when the lines between revelry and reality blur, when the known order fractures and the very fabric of the celebration seems to take a dark, fantastical turn. These are not mere anecdotes of excess or mishap. These are whispers from the edge of belief. 10 accounts where American festivals unspooled into something profound, unsettling, and utterly beyond our understanding. Prepare to witness the shadows lurking in the heart of the light.
Story 1. Mardi Gras, the Phantom King of Wrecks. The air in New Orleans during Mardi Gras is thick with revelry, tradition, and the scent of jasmine and possibility. Amidst the riot of color and sound, the Rex Parade, monarch of the carnival, commands reverence. Yet in the early hours of Fat Tuesday in 1987, an anomaly occurred. Accounts from both revelers and seasoned police officers converged on a single, chilling detail: a phantom float. Not a derelict, but one perfectly integrated into the Rex procession, displaying the regal gold and purple, yet entirely silent. Upon it sat a solitary figure, masked and robed as Rex, but without any discernible face or form beneath the silks. He offered no gestures, threw no beads. As the float passed, a hush fell, suffocating the joyous cacophony, leaving a void where laughter had been. The moment evaporated as quickly as it arrived, yet for those who witnessed it, the ghost of that silent king left an indelible chill, a suggestion that some aspects of Mardi Gras' ancient spirit transcend mere costume and celebration.
Story 2. Burning Man, the Vanishing Temple. Deep within Nevada's Black Rock Desert, Burning Man's temporary city rises, a crucible of art and radical self-expression. Central to its spiritual core is the temple, an intricate structure built each year for participants to leave mementos, grieve losses, and find catharsis before its ritual burning. In 2003, after a particularly intense week of emotional release, a profound disquiet settled on the desert floor. The night of the temple burn arrived, winds whipping, crowds gathered. But as the designated moment approached, the temple, vast and imposing just hours before, was gone. Not collapsed, not burned prematurely, but utterly absent, leaving behind only the perfectly manicured earth where its foundation had been. Search parties found no debris, no ash, no trace. The collective grief and hundreds of thousands of written tributes it contained had vanished with it, leaving a silent, communal gasp. The desert had claimed it whole, a literal manifestation of release that defied all physical explanation.
Story 3. Independence Day, Philadelphia, the Liberty Bells echo.
Philadelphia's Independence Day celebrations are steeped in historical resonance, climaxing with a spectacular fireworks display over the Benjamin Franklin Parkway. On July 4, 1999, as the final, most colossal burst ignited the night sky, a phenomenon unfolded. A deep, resonant tone, unmistakably that of the Liberty Bell, reverberated through the city, even as the actual bell remained secured and untouched within its pavilion. But this was no ordinary chime. Those within earshot reported a momentary temporal displacement. Flashes of revolutionary soldiers marching on cobblestone, the smell of gunpowder from centuries past, voices whispering forgotten oaths. The sound itself seemed to peel back the layers of time, not just recalling history, but briefly allowing its echo to bleed into the present. The experience was fleeting, leaving no physical mark. But for many, the fireworks of that night became a mere backdrop to a chilling auditory journey into the past, summoned by an unseen hand.
Story 4. Halloween, Salem, Massachusetts. The Midnight Covens return.
Salem, Massachusetts, on Halloween, is a magnet for the macabre, a city draped in history and spectral lore. The streets teem with revelers, blurring the line between costume and apparition. But in the late hours of October 31st, 2012, amidst the final surge of the night, something shifted. A segment of the crowd, initially dismissed as exceptionally dedicated reenactors, began to move with an unsettling, synchronized purpose. Clad in authentic 17th century garments, their faces unpainted, bearing an expression of grim determination, they formed an unyielding procession. They moved silently, not through the main thoroughfares, but along forgotten alleyways and overgrown paths, culminating at the old burial ground. Eyewitnesses described a faint, rhythmic chanting emerging from within the cemetery walls, a language unknown, yet resonating with an ancient, undeniable power. By dawn, they were gone, leaving behind only the lingering scent of wood smoke and a profound sense that Salem's past, for one terrifying night, had not been reenacted, but truly returned.
Story 5. New Year's Eve, Times Square, NYC. The Unseen Countdown.
New Year's Eve in Times Square is a global spectacle, a collective breath held as the crystal ball descends, marking the passage of time. As 1999 bled into the new millennium, the anticipation was palpable, tinged with a unique Y2K anxiety. At precisely midnight, as the roar of the crowd erupted, a startling phenomenon occurred. Thousands spontaneously and simultaneously froze, their gazes fixed not on the descending ball, but on an unseen point above them. They reported hearing a distinct, silent countdown, separate from the public celebration, echoing only within their minds. This internal clock ticked downwards from a seemingly impossible number, not to zero, but to a collective, singular word: remember. The moment passed, subsumed by the celebratory clamor, yet those affected retained a vivid, unnerving memory of the internal voice, a fleeting glimpse into a shared consciousness or a premonition imprinted upon a massive throng. The future had whispered its name, an enigma amidst the cheers.
Story 6. Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta, the Sky Fleet of the Lost.
The Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta transforms the New Mexico sky into a canvas of vibrant color, a breathtaking aerial ballet. In 2007, during a mass ascension, something entirely unforeseen unfolded. Among the hundreds of modern, brightly colored balloons, a distinct fleet of older, monochromatic craft appeared. Their fabric was faded, their gondolas appeared to be woven baskets, and their designs belonged to an era long past. They moved with an unsettling, deliberate uniformity, silent and unpiloted, drifting against the prevailing winds. Air traffic controllers logged them, bewildered, yet no launch site claimed them, no pilots responded to radio calls. These silent leviathans glided through the bustling fiesta, an ethereal armada that cast long, cold shadows. Just as suddenly as they arrived, they dispersed into the morning light, leaving behind no trace on radar or photographic evidence, only the persistent, unsettling memory of a fleet of lost souls briefly sailing the modern skies.
Story 7. Renaissance Fair, Maryland. The Jester's Prophecy.
At the Maryland Renaissance Fair, history comes alive through skilled performers and intricate period detail. Yet, in the summer of 2014, the line between performance and reality irrevocably fractured. A jester, known for his acerbic wit, delivered a new, unfamiliar riddle during his act. It spoke of a stone that weeps, a laughter turned to rust, and a queen's true tears. As he concluded, his usual playful demeanor vanished, replaced by an unsettling stillness. He pointed to a seemingly innocuous stone well, which then began to visibly weep, dark water seeping from its mortar. Simultaneously, the festive music and background chatter of the fairground twisted into a mournful metallic scrape, a sound of profound decay. The very air grew heavy, damp, smelling faintly of ancient earth. The magic that governed the jester's performance had, for a terrifying interval, transcended the stage, pulling a segment of the fair into a forgotten, melancholic past, before snapping back to the present, leaving the stone dry and the laughter restored, yet forever tainted by a tangible shadow.
Story 8. Day of the Dead, Olvera Street, Los Angeles. The Living Ofrenda.
Olvera Street in Los Angeles, during Dia de los Muertos, transforms into a vibrant celebration of memory and spirit, with altars, ofrendas, dedicated to departed loved ones. In 2006, one particularly elaborate ofrenda, laden with marigolds, photographs, and favorite foods, began to pulse with a subtle internal light. It was dedicated to a family lost in a forgotten tragedy decades prior. As onlookers approached, a curious phenomenon occurred. The scent of their own departed relatives, a specific perfume, a favorite meal, would briefly manifest with overwhelming clarity. Some reported hearing faint, familiar whispers from within the altar itself. The offerings, carefully arranged, seemed to subtly shift and settle, as if consumed by an unseen presence. The altar was not merely a symbol, but a conduit, a true gateway, where the barrier between the living and the departed thinned to an almost terrifying transparency. It became a living heart of memory, not merely honored, but actively present, drawing the veil of death aside for all to witness.
Story 9. Woodstock 50th Anniversary. The Echo of '69.
The planned Woodstock 50th anniversary, though fraught with its own challenges, aimed to rekindle the spirit of the iconic 1969 festival. During a tribute concert at a smaller impromptu gathering in 2019, a particular chord struck during a rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner. The familiar notes, distorted and amplified, resonated not just through the speakers, but through the very consciousness of the assembled crowd. For a sustained, disorienting minute, the modern audience experienced a profound, collective sensory hallucination. The faces around them shifted to those of the 1969 generation. The scents of patchouli and rain-soaked earth filled the air, and the distant, familiar drone of a helicopter passed overhead. They felt the communal press, the mud beneath unseen feet, the raw energy of that original moment. It was not a memory, but a fleeting, visceral re-inhabitation of the past, a brief tear in the fabric of time where the echoes of '69 surged forth, reminding all present that some events are so powerful they leave an indelible mark not just on history, but on reality itself. Story 10. Circleville Pumpkin Show, Ohio. The Gourd Guardians. The Circleville Pumpkin Show in Ohio is a beloved autumn tradition celebrating the bountiful harvest with colossal gourds and festive spirit.
In 2010, the annual contest for the largest pumpkin yielded a singular, unsettling champion. A colossal gourd, weighing over 1,500 pounds, displayed an uncarved surface that seemed to subtly ripple, its skin a deep, ancient orange. After winning, it was prominently displayed, and soon reports emerged. The pumpkin, along with a select few other prize winners, was silently observing its surroundings. Their carved faces, initially festive, began to subtly shift expressions, mirroring the mood of passers-by, or perhaps influencing it. At night, an unexplainable low thrum emanated from the exhibition tent, and a distinct, earthy warmth permeated the structure. Security guards reported feeling intensely watched, an unseen presence guarding the monstrous fruits. It was as if the very essence of the harvest, concentrated into these colossal gourds, had awakened, imbued with an ancient, silent sentience, making them not merely agricultural triumphs, but watchful, almost sentient guardians of the town's autumnal soul.
These are but 10 fragments from the vast tapestry of American celebration, moments where the curtain of reality drew back, however briefly, to reveal something profound and inexplicable. From the spectral procession in New Orleans to the vigilant gourds of Ohio, these stories remind us that festivals, in their rawest form, are not merely events, they are crucibles, places where human emotion, collective energy, and ancient traditions converge, sometimes with unexpected and truly extraordinary results. They are thresholds, gateways where the mundane can crack, allowing whispers from other realms, echoes from forgotten times, or manifestations of the fantastical to bleed into our world. We attend these gatherings seeking escape, unity, and wonder. Sometimes the wonder finds us, and in doing so, leaves an indelible mark, reminding us that the deepest mysteries often lie hidden not in forgotten ruins, but in the vibrant heart of our most cherished celebrations. The question remains, what other secrets do our festivals guard, waiting for the perfect moment to unfurl their hidden truths?